Alright, so I've actually already previously made a video on this, but I didn't get a chance to upload it. Went out of town, and when I came back in town, I couldn't find the video on my camera anymore, so I apologize. I'm going to kind of rush through this first part to get to where I'm currently working on. So a few weeks ago, I bought these Prime Choice struts. It was a kit for front and rear shocks for my 98 Mazda B4000 or Ford Ranger, same truck. And these are like 67, 68 bucks. And I should have known better. These are utter crap. Now, the shocks themselves might be fine. I mean, I just need a shock. I need a working shock, because the ones that were on this were crap. The problem is the hardware that came included with these was some of the worst Chinesium made stuff, to steal a phrase, I've ever seen. So let me get under the front bumper. I apologize here. Gotta lay on the ground. So that's the new front strut there, and the hardware that mounts it to the control arm, what it came with was some of the softest bolts and nuts I've ever seen shipped with a product that didn't come from IKEA. So I mean, just horrible. I had tightened the nuts on just enough so that the nut was fully on the bolt, but wasn't at all in any way, shape, or form tight. So I lowered the vehicle back down, tightened the nut on top, went to tighten these ones, and they were not cross-threaded, not in the slightest, and they literally just stripped right through, like almost immediately. And I ended up having to actually cut them off, which was horrible. Fortunately, I hadn't done this side yet, the passenger side. I'd done just the driver's side. So I had to go to Lowe's and get new hardware. Now, this has been done for a while. I actually finished this before my trip, and I just got back, not yesterday, but the day before, and I'm finally getting a chance to work on this again. And I had started the back. In fact, I got 80% of the back done, but I ran into a problem. Give me a second to stand back up again. So on this side, I didn't actually have any problems. The shock is there. And, well, I take that back. So I'll show you on the other shock that's still out. But down at the bottom where it mounts there, the piece that holds it together was too wide for the bracket. So I actually had to grind off just like a millimeter on either side just to get it fit. This is where it mounts up on top on the other side, and there's just a bolt, I shouldn't say a bolt, a stud that sticks through that it mounts on. This side came off no problems, went back on no problems. Let me go to the other side. This side, on the other hand, as you can see, was a bit of a problem. What had happened is that stud that sticks out that the shock actually mounts to, it was stripped before I touched the thing. I put a socket on the nut, and it just spun with my hand. I didn't even put pressure on it, and just spun. That shock wasn't being held on by anything, and I had to drill out and cut off the mount, which was, as you saw on the other side, it was just held together with some rivets. And so I had to drill those out. Made a bit of a mess of it, and I'll have to hit that with some paint here in a second. And here is the actual thing, and so this is where the stud comes out of, so I had to drill that through completely because it was welded in. And these I had to drill out and pop out the little rivets in those. And I went to Lowe's and got new hardware. So I'm painted it just because there's now some bare metal, just so that it's nice and painted. Why orange? Because it was $3 for the paint can. It was on sale. Normally they're like $3.50, $4 for a can. It's under $3, $2.99. So it's orange. Just some Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel. So that's where I'm at right now. It's got to dry. It'll take a few minutes. Nobody's going to see it, so it can be orange. I don't care. But that will be my last shock. As you can tell, I still haven't gotten tires for it. I'm not driving it. I do have it registered and insured and all that, but it's not. I'm not currently driving it. I still have my Alero, which I need to still sell. But yeah, so that's the update on the on the truck for right now. Don't buy these prime choice shocks if you see them on Amazon. The price sure is tempting, but man, it is not worth it. I've had to spend more in hardware than it would have cost me to buy the next step up in shocks. Now, I don't know if those would have been any better, but there's a better chance that they would have been better. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.